functions in C++. Okay, and the functions are very very essential while dealing with a complex details or complex task. Got it? So in procedure-oriented programming, the functions are the major components because the big task is divided into functions, and interconnection of these functions will help us to get a bigger module. Whereas in C++, although we have less emphasis for the functions, but still it is considered to be very useful while designing a larger task or larger project. Okay. So whenever we talk about the functions, in C++, it's very much similar to the C language. So the functions, whenever you use a functions, we must use three statements related to functions. Okay. So the first statement is called a function declaration statement. Function declaration statement. And the second one is called as function call statement. Function call statement. And the third one is function prototype. Okay, so this is the kind of syntax that you need to follow, or the order that you have to follow for defining the functions. So first we have to declare the function. Function is nothing but a subroutine, we call it as, or we can call it as a small block of a program. Okay, so that is called a function. So first we should have a function declaration. Then if only the function declaration is exist, then you can call for a particular function to do the required work. Then the third one is the function prototype. Okay, so let's see how it's going to be done in C++. So for function declaration. So the function declaration, it follows this particular syntax. Okay, so what do we have here? We have function underscore name. In the place of function underscore name, we are going to write the name of a function. We are going to write the name of a function. For example, you are designing a calculator. Calculator has many functions, isn't it? So for each function or for each operation, we can write one separate function. For example, you are writing an add function. Got it? Then we can write some function name related to addition. We can write ADD, or we can write CLAC underscore add. That means calculator add. Like that, as a user identifier, you can give some name for the function. Then on both the sides, you can see that you have some detail, which is very important. So after function name in the right hand side, in the red color it is shown here, we have input arguments. So on what parameters these functions have to work on. So these will be described here in the input arguments. If we have one argument, it's well, but if you have more than one arguments, what you have to do, you have to separate those arguments by comma and we have to place it. Okay, that's how basically the input arguments serve. Then we have a return data type on the left hand side, which is highlighted in a blue color here. Return data type. So every function will return a data type, return a value. That value belongs to a particular data type, isn't it? Value of a data type. So we need to specify this function is going to return what type of data, isn't it? So that will be specified here in the return underscore data type. Then we can mark the start of the function and we can write the necessary statements, which is called the body of the loop. Then we can terminate the function. So this is the very first step while writing the functions. The second step is the function call statement. Got it? So once you define the function, now you would know that, yes, what is the function name and what are the input requirements for the function and what will be the output of the function. Everything you will have a complete detail. So what you have to do now? Now you have to do the function call to it. Okay. How do we do the function call? You can see that here, the same way I have written here. So here, what is that? It is in a green color, right? The function name. The same name you are supposed to use it here, function underscore name. And input arguments we have specified here. Okay. So if it is one input, we have to give one input here itself. If it is going to be multiple inputs, you have to specify all the inputs over here. and we can arrange these values as per the order. As per the order. For example, let's say you have a three arguments int A, B, C. A is first one, second B is second argument, and C is the third argument. Then similarly, in the same way, here also we need to specify need not to be only ABC. You can have a XYZ also, but we should ensure that it is going to logically these are going to be related. For example, I'm here. I'm going to use XYZ int XYZ. So if logically I think that going to be an A value here, and Y is going to be a B value here, and CY is going to be the C value. So I need to be very careful on while assigning the values to the function call statement. Okay. Otherwise, it will produce an erroneous result. Then, if you know that your function is going to return a return a value, because the function will be terminated with the statement return some expression or some value. So when you call the function and after execution of the function, when the function returns a value, you need a container to load that value, store the value. So for this reason, what we have a target underscore variable, target underscore variable. So without knowing the functions, you may not work. We cannot do the call function. So first you should know the function, then you try to call that particular function by passing the necessary. Please understand that necessary argument is very, very important. Okay. So after writing the function call statement, next what we have to do? Next we have to declare a function prototype. Okay. Function prototype is nothing but what? You can see that the first line of the in the function. Okay. The first line in the function, you can see that here. You can see that I'm placing a box here. The first line in a function declaration statement is going to be a what? Function prototype. You can see that the same thing is written. Return data type, function underscore name, input arguments, and with a little modifications in the way that we specify the input arguments, and we are going to terminate this with a semicolon. Okay. So this function, this one can be placed. The function declaration can be written anywhere in the program. And function call statement, it will be generally it will be outside of main program. And whereas prototype will be declared at the start of the program. It will be declared at the start of the program. Okay, start of the program. Whereas target variable outside of the main program. Outside of the main program. Whereas this one anywhere in the program or anywhere in the main block or a class you can write your functions. Okay. So please understand the syntax of the function, the input or the details about the input arguments and the details about the return data type plays a vital role while writing a code and making use of it, and also to catch a value from the function when the function returns a particular value. Okay. Thank you.